Okay. First of all, everybody calm down. I'm seeing a lot of lies in the chat already, and the stream has been live for 11 seconds. Melton is lying, Cardboard is lying, Carl is lying, Anthony Cumbucket is lying, Ray Devito is lying, even though nobody brought him up, and that guy who inspected my apartment smoke detector also lying. There was never a battery in there. You can't remove something that never existed. That's science. No, I'm not spiraling. I'm sitting completely still. A spiral moves. I'm not moving. Therefore, legally, this cannot be a spiral. Next question. This is water. It's artisanal potato water. Very popular in Russia. No alcohol whatsoever. I haven't had a drink in 6 months, except socially and medically and when I'm alone, which is technically not social, so it doesn't count. That's 3 years sober. Do the math. You people don't understand numbers. That's why you believe Melton. Melton says, I lie. About what? Name one lie? Exactly. Nobody can. No, the vegan girlfriend was real. She was extremely real. Her name was, I'm not going to say her name because I respect women. Her name was Stephanie. That's not her real name. Her real name was Michelle. But I called her Stephanie because she had Stephanie energy. Very private relationship. That's why there are no pictures, messages, witnesses, phone records, physical evidence, or memories. We were together constantly. She just couldn't be photographed because she was, you know what, medical privacy. I'm not going to expose her condition. She had a severe allergy to cameras. Very rare. Look it up. And yes, she was a vegan, a strict vegan. She made a Thanksgiving turkey because she respected my culture. Then she broke up with me while the turkey was still in the oven. Then the turkey disappeared. Then she disappeared and the roasting pan disappeared, which proves she was real. Who else took the pan? Answer me that, Carl. You can't, because you're a liar. I never owned a roasting pan. So explain that. You can't. That's how deep this goes. People say, Chad, why does everyone you know eventually become a liar? Because I have a gift. I expose people. Every person I meet gets exposed within 3 to 6 business months. Friends, coworkers, landlords, bartenders, dermatologists, my entire family. At some point, every single person turns against me for no reason whatsoever. And people act like the common denominator is me. That's ridiculous. The common denominator is jealousy. Everyone is jealous of my career. I've been doing comedy for 27 years, and I'm still hungry financially, mostly financially, but artistically too. Do you know how difficult it is to remain undiscovered for 27 consecutive years? That takes commitment. Most people accidentally succeed by year 12. Not me. I've avoided every opportunity that could compromise my integrity. Netflix called. I said no. HBO called. I said no. Comedy Central called. I said, who is this? Then they said I had the wrong number. That's Hollywood, games, politics. They're terrified of a truth teller. Name one comedy credit. I don't have to name credits. Credits are for insecure people, but I have opened for some of the biggest names in comedy. Major people. People you have heard of, people whose names I cannot say because we're close friends and because they have asked me to stop mentioning them publicly. Out of respect, that's what friendship is. When someone sends you a certified letter saying, do not contact me again, that means the friendship has become legally binding. I'm basically a headliner. I just perform before the headliner for less time while people are still finding their seats. That's an industry technicality. The audience is there. I'm talking. There's a microphone. That's a headline set. Sometimes the club turns the lights on during my act. That's production value. They don't do that for everybody. No, I do not look up to Kevin Brennanansky like he's my dad. Kevin and I are equals, complete equals. He's just older, more successful, more experienced, more respected, more financially secure, and he decides whether I'm allowed on the show. Other than that, total equals. I could walk away anytime. Anytime, I don't need him. I texted him 14 times this morning because I don't need him. Independent people follow up. That's business. And I'm not threatened when a new co-host appears. I welcome new talent. I mentor them. I help them. I explain to the audience why they're untalented, dishonest, physically unpleasant, professionally irrelevant, and probably dangerous. That's mentorship. Then I send Kevin a private message explaining that the new person is trying to destroy the show because I care about the show. It has nothing to do with protecting my chair. I don't even have a chair. This belongs to the building. I'm renting it. It's $12 a month. Very upscale building, 500 square feet, but it feels like 600 because I don't own anything. Minimalist, Japanese inspired. The Japanese are famous for having an air fryer next to the bed. Look it up. No, I am not broke. I choose to live simply. Money disgusts me. I have so much money that I deliberately keep none of it in any identifiable account. That's called asset protection. My assets are protected from me. That's how advanced it is. Anthony Cumbucket tried to big time me by mentioning his decades-long career. His radio success, his homes, his cars, his investments, and his millions of fans. Very insecure. A secure man doesn't have accomplishments. Look at me. Nothing to prove, nothing to show, nothing in the refrigerator except yellow mustard and a light bulb. That is confidence. So I asked Anthony, where's your money? And everybody laughed. They thought I was making a fool of myself. Wrong. I was using a debate technique called projection. You accuse the other person of the exact thing destroying your own life. They never see it coming because it makes no sense. That's psychological warfare. Anthony says he owns property. Okay, show me the deeds. Actually, don't show me the deeds. Documents can be forged. Show me the houses. Actually, houses can be rented. Show me the keys. Keys can be copied. Show me the emotional satisfaction you receive from home ownership. You can't. Case closed. Anthony is homeless. Again, water. Smell it through the screen. Does that smell like Tito's to you? Exactly. No smell. Water. Strong water. Texas water. High-proof minerals. I was never arrested for stealing credit cards from gym lockers. That story has been completely distorted. I found several credit cards inside a locker that happened to be closed and locked. I opened the locker because I believed someone might be trapped inside it. Heroic. Then I used one of the cards at a liquor store to test whether it had been deactivated. Public service. You're welcome. And it wasn't Tito's vodka. It was premium hand sanitizer in a commemorative glass bottle. This was before the pandemic. I was ahead of the curve. Once again, history proves Chad Zumockfish right. That is a fictional hypothetical scenario, by the way. It never happened. But if it did happen, I was cleared. Not legally cleared, spiritually cleared. Different jurisdiction. This is what Melton does. He takes a thing that did not happen, combines it with documents, dates, witnesses, video footage, and my own prior confession, then constructs a narrative. Anybody can do that. That's not journalism. That's assembling evidence. Lazy. Why did you confess? Sarcasm. Every confession I've ever made was sarcasm, including this one, especially this one. I have never confessed to anything. I just confessed to never confessing, which makes the confession invalid. Learn law. And another thing about Ray Devito, I know nobody asked. Stop changing the subject. Ray is obsessed with me. I haven't mentioned him in months, not since yesterday and the day before. And during my 6-hour emergency stream titled Ray Devito, the final chapter, part 9, he cannot move on. Every morning I wake up, search his name, watch every appearance he's made, clip the sections that may or may not refer to me, and then spend 4 hours explaining how little I care. That is closure. Ray used to co-host Miserly Loves Money. Now I co-host Miserly Loves Money. Therefore, Ray wants to be me. Yes, technically he had the position before me. That proves he copied me retroactively. People can steal ideas from the future, quantum physics, look it up. He's jealous of my relationship with Kevin. Kevin respects me. Kevin values me. Kevin told me last week, stop calling me after midnight. That means he thinks about me at midnight. You don't set boundaries with people you don't love. No, Kevin did not mute me. My messages are being filtered by the government because we discuss dangerous truths. Dangerous truths like booking spots, thumbnail fonts, and whether Kevin is mad at me. The federal government is deeply interested in all three, especially whether Kevin is mad at me, which he isn't. I don't care if he is. Kevin, call me. Not because I care, just call. He's probably busy, very busy, or asleep, or his phone is broken, or cardboard told him not to answer. Cardboard is a manipulator. He walks around pretending to be a piece of cardboard. But I have evidence he may actually be a human man. Why the deception? What is he hiding? Skin? Organs? A skeleton? Follow the money. Chad, you accused Cardboard of living in a box. Correct. Because he's cardboard. Then you said he owns a home. Correct. The home is the box. Then you said he lives in Canada. Canada's a large box. No contradiction. Geography. Next, you people keep trying to catch me in lies. You cannot catch what is constantly evolving. A lie stays still. My truth adapts to new information. For example, yesterday I said I had never met Anthony Cumbucket. Today I said we've been friends for 15 years. Both are true. I had never met the version of Anthony who betrayed me. And I have been friends for 15 years with the version of Anthony I imagined. Emotionally accurate. That's more important than facts. Facts are how liars control you. No, I'm not crying. My eyes are sweating because this apartment has powerful central air. No, you cannot hear the window unit. That is ocean noise. I pay extra for an ocean view. The ocean is behind the curtains. I keep them closed because I'm humble. Seagulls, very aggressive neighborhood. I also want to address the disgusting rumor that I exchange intimate favors for opening act spots. Completely false. I earned every opening spot through talent, professionalism, persistence, and several private arrangements that are nobody's business. Nothing happened. And whatever happened was consensual networking. But nothing happened, and I was wearing pants. Not my pants. But pants existed somewhere in the building. This is character assassination. I did not just confirm it. You clipped that out of context before I finished saying it. The context was that it did not happen, except in the broader metaphorical sense that all entertainment is an exchange of energy. Grow up. Artists exchange energy. Sometimes in a parking lot. Allegedly, fictionally, spiritually, move on. Here's what bothers people about me. I'm authentic. I don't pretend. What you see is what you get, and what you get changes depending on what you've already seen. That's authenticity in real time. I'm a truth teller, a survivor, a comedian, a broadcaster, an entrepreneur, a legal scholar, a relationship expert, a homeowner in the metaphysical sense, and a sober man drinking unusually spicy water at 11:30 in the morning. People cannot handle that level of success. My landlord is knocking, probably wants career advice. No, I paid the rent. I paid it emotionally. Money is a social construct. We talked about this. See, everybody wants something from Chad. Landlords want rent. Clubs want ticket sales. Women want proof they dated me. Police want me to answer basic questions. Kevin wants me to stop texting. Anthony wants me to acknowledge observable reality. It never ends. That's the burden of being important. No, I'm not being evicted. I'm relocating immediately under court supervision to an undisclosed location that is listed publicly on several documents. Huge difference. And this stream was not a disaster. This stream proved everything I wanted to prove. Melton lies, Cardboard lies, Carl lies, Anthony lies, Ray Davito lies. Kevin does not lie unless he says I'm not on the show Friday, in which case he has been manipulated. My landlord lies, the court lies, the bank lies, my ex-girlfriend exists, the turkey existed, the roasting pan never existed, I have never stolen anything, I returned everything I never took, I do not drink, this is my second bottle of water, and I am not obsessed with Ray Devito. Ray Devito, Ray Devito, Ray Devito. Stop bringing him up. The point is, ask yourself one simple question. Why do you believe them? Because they have matching stories? Because they have evidence? Because their version remains consistent for longer than 45 seconds? That proves coordination. My story changes constantly because nobody is feeding me lines. That's how you know it's true. A liar prepares. I improvise. I have to go, not because I'm scared, because I have a meeting with my landlord and possibly a sheriff about an exciting new housing opportunity. Smash the like button. Subscribe, send money. I don't need money, but send it to prove that Anthony is poor. Kevin, call me. Ray, stop watching me. Stephanie, bring back my roasting pan, which never existed. And remember, everybody is lying, except Chad Zumockfish, and I have never said that. How do I end this? Why is it still live? Carl did this. Carl hacked the mouse. I don't own a mouse. This is Melton. This is absolutely Mel.